My name's Ilado Adi Galgalo. Ilado Adi Galgalo is a unique name. I'm sure you can judge me where I came from. You can guess. I came from northeastern part of Marsabit. I was born and raised in a place called North Horr. It's at the edge of Chalbi Desert, and it's in Marsabit County. So I'm a firstborn for six, three girls, three boys. I have both parents. My father is a livestock keeper. My mom is a housewife. And I was brought up and grew up in North Horr and schooled there. I was in North Horr Primary School for my primary classes. Then high school, I went to Marsabit Town, a professional school called Moi Girls. And then from there, I went to college in Technical University of Kenya, Nairobi. I was among the lucky girls from my community who get privileged to go to school, where my culture believed that girl child is not meant to be in school. They're meant to be a housewife as young as age 9 years. So I was privileged to go to school, and it was a grace of God, like I get the opportunity. And I'm so grateful to my parents, especially my mom, who really supported me, because I remember my father was not for support, like girl child is not supposed to go to school, because they believe that they will hinder us from not getting married, because my community, the young girls get married as early as age of 9 years, as I've seen. So it was a privilege for me to go to school, and I'm so lucky with all the circumstances and so many issues along the way. At least I managed to finish my high school. It wasn't an easy journey, because being only supported by a mother who is the one who really wants to take the girl child to school, she struggled a lot to take us, to make sure we get what is required. Along the way, I've get out of school many times in high school, lack of fees. Every time I got home, my dad told me, there's no money, you just stay home. There's no need even for you to go to school. Just stay here to get married. So their priority is more of a girl child to get married and they get their camels, because my community, we value so much the camels than education. So I was so lucky. I was among the very few lucky girls to get the education. And at least when I was in high school, I had a dream to be an engineer. First time when I was in Form 1, when every time one get to Form 1, you are asked, what is your dream? My first one was, I want to be a pilot. Then by the time I reached Form 2, I changed my mind, I want to be an engineer. And then from there, engineering was in my mind. And I make a good decision in high school. Since I want to be an engineer, I choose physics, and also I was so good in maths. So I was among the few girls. We are like 6 girls in class of 60 who choose to do physics because we want to become engineer. And I'm still so lucky. Among the 6 girls, I'm still the only engineer. Along the way, people change mind, change their dreams. Some get married early after Form 4. I continue with my education until I went to Technical University of Kenya, where I choose a course for electrical electronics engineering, option telecommunication. So when I was in high school, I wasn't a good student, but at least I didn't get A or B, but at least I managed to get a good grade that can take me to college. So I started my diploma in telecommunication in Technical University of Kenya. There is a history, and here I am now, I'm engineer in Safaricom. So after I finished the diploma in telecommunication, I loved to go to pursue my degree immediately, but because of the situation at home, the financial challenges, I can't proceed immediately. So I stay away for like 2 years at home, just to give my siblings a chance to also get the education to reach where I am. So after staying 1 year after diploma at home, I decided to come back to Nairobi, start hustling, looking for job anywhere. So I met one of my classmates in the college in a bus, and he told me he's working for a certain company. So I asked him, can I have their email or can I have their location? He gave me the email. I decided to write an email to the boss of that organization. Then he told me to come to the office. So I went to their office. He interviewed me. I was having a diploma in telecom, but he see the passion in me. So he told me, can you do this and this? So I started opening computers, cleaning the computers, doing some installation, like operating system on a computer. I worked there for like a year. Then I still get chance to meet some of other colleagues, other classmates. Another one told me still working in a certain company. So I admired to join all the company until I reached. So the second company I did, the other one I worked for 1 year. They were paying me very little, just like 5K actually. It's just like my first intern. But I get another classmate, gave me the contact again. So this time I didn't write an email. I print my CV and went to their office. So I just explained myself and I told him I need a job, anything, since they are doing a telecom company. So little did I know that when I came for that job, I didn't know the Safaricom contractor. So I heard my classmate told me he's working there. So I just came to the organization. Then they start explaining to me. Later on, I understand they were a subcontractor for Safaricom. So I loved the work. I enjoyed my work. I worked there for like 3 years. I was not paid well, but at least better than the internship. But I loved the work and I was so determined to work harder and harder. And I was actually doing very well in that organization. Then I learned, actually in my daily work in that company, which is a Safaricom contractor, we interact with Safaricom engineers every day because we go and do some installation on behalf of Safaricom as a contractor. So when you go to client knows Safaricom. So we introduce ourselves as Safaricom engineer. So I get to know Safaricom guys through emails, through contacts. They also encourage me to continue doing the way I'm doing. I was so hardworking. Then after 3 years, meeting different clients, a client engaged me, told me, I can see you are very good in what you are doing. And the IT company, I remember, he said, I don't have team who have the skill you have. Can I put you? So I told him, if you give me good money, I can. Why not? So I remember they called me for an interview twice. I cannot make to the interview because I'm so busy with the Safaricom customers out there. And funny enough, I love what I was doing. So like, I am not focusing on the interview. But since that job is calling me, they had a patient with me. Then they said, if you're busy physically, you cannot come. Can we do Skype? We did the Skype. Actually, a phone call. We did a phone call, the interview. They asked me 1, 2, 3, what I really want if I get their job. We agree. And that's how I get that job. So when I left that Safaricom contractor, immediately I left. Safaricom engineers started looking for me. Who is this lady? People thought that from there I joined Safaricom. So I get an offer from a Safaricom customer who have seen me, what I've been doing, and who have seen a skill in me. So 2 months, I was on probation. So before I finished my 3-month probation, my second month, Safaricom job calling me. I've applied Safaricom like over 10 times before. I didn't get one. I said maybe I don't have a degree because still by then I have my diploma in telecom. So I started the job. People started telling me, hey, this lady is very good. We cannot lose her. Can you apply? So I remember two of the Safaricom leaders reached out to me because they have heard me talking. They have heard about my work and my skills. what I'm capable of from their own employees, engineers. So they reach out to me. They told me, "Are you interested to join Safaricom?" I was like, I wanted like 5 years ago, and I've done so many interviews. Maybe because I don't have a degree. Then I remember those days, our late CEO Bob Collymore, he's a man of the people. Always say, he give people a chance. Like if you know what you are capable of. Safaricom doesn't look at the papers; they look at what you deliver, what you can do. So through that belief and that opportunity, I get to learn Safaricom job, and that is how I joined Safaricom. I'm so grateful because when I was pursuing my telecom, the only company I know and I really want to join was Airtel and Safaricom. So since Safaricom has turned out, I just want to join Safaricom all the time. And then years later, with my hard work, the job calling me. I applied many times, but when I get it, it's like somebody has referred me to their bosses, and their bosses called me. They said, "We know what you are capable of. We really need your skill." And that's how I joined Safaricom. I am so passionate of what engineering entails, like technology. I love doing engineering skills like implementation, supporting customers. In Safaricom, it's a digital company, it's a technology-based company, so we deal with technology all the time. So I was so in love, even before I joined Safaricom, with technology. And I remember when I was very young, like when I was in high school, I was at home. One of the things that really motivate me, to do what I really want to do was back home. There's those days when you're young, there's lack of communication. The only communication means was if maybe in case of emergency of anything, there's this high frequency radio call. I think locally we call them radio call. We still call it radio call. So that's the only means of communication that was at home. If anyone becomes sick or any message, maybe a crucial message you want to deliver, the only way people deliver is maybe sending a messenger, a local messenger from one village to another village. So during that time of lack of communication, Safaricom came to our hometown, our village, to put their booster base station for network. So I was like, I really want to join this amazing company because I like what they are doing. Like they are transforming life by giving our people who are lacking communication, the means of communication. The only one depending on them was a radio call, and that radio call is either at police station or at health center. So if you want to pass a crucial message, someone has to rush to a police station I remember our primary was near the health center. So every time when we are around that health center, we can hear the noise that somebody is trying to make a call to a remote person saying over. So Safaricom came and rescue, at least transform our life at our village by putting their network. And then I was like, I really want to know how they do that communication, how they build that technology. By then I was in Form 1. So I just want to get involved with this technology. It really motivated me, like I want to do this technology. But by then I was so young, I can't interact with it how it is. So I was so passionate with technology. And that is how I grew up, even after getting a small job, like started with a small job, going to Safaricom contractor and also the customers. I am interacting with technology. I love that. I enjoy what I'm doing. And my purpose right now, since I love what I'm doing, is just to join amazing team like Safaricom, where I am now working to transform life. If you love what you are doing, you are touching people's life in one way or another. So whatever I'm doing that I love doing it, I am changing life. I am at least empowering and inspiring someone. I will encourage any young girls out there. I was there before. Like, if you want to be an engineer, if you want to be in technology base, there's nothing which is hard. It's just you to decide to have a right attitude and work hard toward it. Like, you have to wake up. Nothing comes easy. Nothing is easy. You have to work for it. Because I worked hard. I was discouraged when I chose my telecommunication engineering. No one encouraged me. No one have ever mentored me. It's just like, I want to be an engineer. And I didn't know even some other engineering courses. I just want, like I said, I just want to be part of these communication companies. So when I was even choosing at engineering courses, first thing came to my mind, I see on the course was telecommunication. I didn't know what it entails, but I know it's a communication engineering. So I decided to do that. I didn't choose power because I just want to be that communication companies, like communication giving, like, as I said, our home village lack communication skill, communication means. So I will encourage any young girls out there to wake up. There's a lot of opportunity for young girls, for women especially, in Kenya, even in Africa, or even in the world. People are recognizing and giving us opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity for us. It's just us to wake up and get it by just having a right attitude and raising, also not forgetting, raising your hand and supporting each other. Because when I was doing my telecom, I didn't have a mentor. These days, we have many young girls who are mentoring those girls, who are encouraging and empowering those girls or those women. So it's just them to have the right attitude, and the right passion, and then work hard. Nothing comes easy. I feel like I was so much like lonely. Class is very few. Sometimes even those few girls, I'm the only one who end up attending the class full time. Some even disappear. Then also in my job, before I joined even Safaricom, when I do things out of passion, out of love, I go to customer, do some installation. Customers don't believe in me. Like, we were told Engineer Galgalo will come and do the installation. Are you Galgalo? Yes. They start thinking, are you sure? You can do it? I remember those days, I used to pandad customers' houses, do some installation like internet. Those days we have a technology for internet called WiMAX. So for WiMAX, it's a radio that you have to install at the top of the roof that has a line of sight with the Safaricom booster, Safaricom base station. So customers don't believe. I come the way I am like this. I'm always like this. So I come and do installation with my long dresses, long bibui. So customer doesn't believe. So I feel like, are you going to do it? Some even have like, no, you're a lady. Let me just help you. No, this is my work. I love doing it. Let me do it. Until I deliver, they don't believe it. Success is fast. It's not an event. It's a process. So success to me is giving out the best now, making the best out of me now. Because success it's a process, as I said. If you're given something or a project, you have to make it success by giving it best of you and working hard towards it to deliver it best now and even here. Yeah, to be successful, you have to keep trying. You sometimes things fail, and it doesn't mean that when you fail, that is it. So you have to be like stronger and keep trying and keep working it. It has to be like through hard work, because if you don't put more effort, it might not come as you want. So how you get there is just to continue working hard, having the right attitude, and giving yourself the best. I sometimes describe life in 4 phases. Like this work phase, where you can feel the challenge still. Like there's so many challenges even at work. Then there's personal development phase, where you also experience challenges, financially also, and also relationship. You see, so how I'll summarize is like where I come from. As I already said, education, it was just by good luck I get education among the few girls. So after I get the education and choose my engineering course, People don't know at what I want to be an engineer. Even my mom, up to today, she doesn't understand what I am doing. She just know that her lady is engineer. So they don't still understood. They don't even like. It doesn't. Engineering is for them still. It's like it's a male thing. It's very hard thing. So not only her, but any other one out there, they still don't believe like a female can be an engineer. So when I try to encourage young girls to to be like me, because I have been who want to be an engineer like me, I encourage them, because when I want to be an engineer, I had no one to encourage me. It was just me and forward, you see. But now I mentor girls, young girls, who has been going through like the way I've gone through. So sometimes when I talk to them, they feel like I am talking to their ears, like we are from the same, the same environment, the same situation, the same county. So they feel like if I have become an engineer, why not them? So it's really encouraged, but people don't believe in you. Like being an engineer, still people think that it's a hard work. So technology is so fun and so good. Like things is not as hard as people think technology is hard. First in Safaricom, apart from me being an engineer, Safaricom has given us a platform where a group of women engineers come together. We call it Safaricom Women in Technology. It's just, this is a volunteer. It's not about we are paid extra. We just, our weekend, we make use of it by meeting girls. So Safaricom Women in Technology is a group of women who want to help young girls, want to mentor. So I'm among those ladies, and we have some event, like one of the events is 4747. What that means is 47 counties. We go around and mentor young girls. So everyone is like, you lead where you come from. So like I am a champion for women in technology from Marsabit County. Marsabit is big, it's very vast, but in population we are very few. But it's a big, it's a big county, a very big, vast distance. So through this Women in Technology initiative, we go around every year to school, to young girls, to high school, especially the high school girls. We mentor them, we encourage them by showing them the good example, like I am one of their own. Yeah, some of the lessons I've learned in my life is, one, not to give up in life. Everything is possible. It's just to know what you want and work towards it. And then also never stop learning, because being a Safaricom engineer, I came to learn like technology involved. So every time things change, what you have learned today in 2 years has changed. So we continue learning. And also another thing I've learned is you have to get a job you want. If you get a job you want, trust me, you will deliver very well. You will deliver very well, and you will also enjoy. Apart from being paid, you love your work. I'm not a social media person, but I always, even daily, even after work, where I always go and get motivated, inspired, is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is very important, because if you see people updating LinkedIn, some more new skill, you always, especially you're in technology space, you feel like, this is nice. You feel motivated in adding yourself more skill. So I feel like LinkedIn is so powerful in terms of like what you want to do in technology and where do you want to go in technology.